Hello folks. We're going to talk a little bit about life's origins in some detail, and we'll see that there are two basic ideas that suggest that life begins either with heterotrophs or autotrophs. Accepting that evolution is in fact one of the properties of life, and that there was a time on Earth that was devoid of life, ideas about life arising from non-living matter, that's abiogenesis, go back a long ways. Of course, the Bible had a lot to say about how life began, and during the Middle Ages, in the Western world anyway, biblical writings dominated the discussion. A rebirth of humanism in the Renaissance led to new scientific curiosity, particularly about notions of spontaneous generation, the creation of flies from feces, for example. You may not know that Anton von Leeuwenhoek, whose examination, for example, of protozoa, did experiments that were among the earliest to challenge the notion of spontaneous generation. You are probably aware that Louis Pasteur finally demonstrated that even bacteria do not arise by spontaneous generation. Of course, Charles Darwin recognized that spontaneous generation does not occur, but he and even Aristotle, among ancient Greeks, understood that some kind of gradual abiogenesis must have occurred before there was life on Earth. So, in this presentation, we are interested in abiogenesis. This occurs when an entity, a cell, existed that possessed all of the properties of life listed in this slide. As a reminder, read through this list of properties on your own and what these properties accomplish for cells and organisms. Note that in the title of this presentation I said origins, that's plural, on the grounds that if prebiotic conditions could have supported the origin of the first cell, then why not spawn more than one first cell? So let's begin our exploration of how life began. Let's start by assuming that the Big Bang must have produced a cosmos and a solar system, including the Earth, that had the chemicals required to support life. Then we must ask how and when did events occur that got us from the basic chemistry set to those first cells.